Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. I am so excited about today's product. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is only my second product I am ever trying out from the brand Charlotte Tilbury, which is really crazy considering how much I love makeup and how many makeup products I have tried, but it's an expensive brand and I just haven't gotten around to purchasing it from Sephora, but I want to try out so many Charlotte Tilbury products. So I was so happy to be able to get this in my March 2022 Boxycharm premium box, which that unboxing is now up on my YouTube channel here if you haven't seen it yet. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Stays all day and night. And I got this in the shade 3 Neutral. And let me tell you, the shade range on this is great. I'm so happy to see that. And this just sounds like everything I look for in my foundations. It's full coverage, vegan and cruelty-free. It has a matte finish, but it's also supposed to be sweat-proof, humidity-proof, waterproof, and transfer resistant. And I have a vacation coming up, so I really want this to be resistant during like heat and water. It's also a hybrid skincare foundation, and I love when my products have skin benefiting ingredients and qualities to them as well. So this is supposed to help with the appearance of wrinkles using their like trademark ingredients, and then it also is supposed to be hydrating and feel fresh and cool on the skin, which is very interesting and kind of unique. And so this retails for $44 and it has such high ratings. So with all that said, I am so pumped to try this out. And it has such beautiful packaging. This is a frosted glass. Wow, it just feels so luxurious. And it has the pump here. So it says to apply it with a brush, and of course I'm going in with my favorite Amazon foundation brush here. And it also says a little goes a long way. So I'm going to try and just take a little bit onto the back of my hand here. Do one little pump like that. Oh yeah, this definitely has like a fragrance to it. It smells really nice, but it's kind of like a fresh scent, but a little bit floral, a little bit kind of like cucumber. It smells really nice. Okay, so now let's start on just half of my face. I'm going to pick up a little bit here. And it says to blend outwards from the center of the face. So I will try that. Oh my gosh. Wow, a little does go a long way. I seriously thought I barely picked anything up, but I may be able to cover like my entire half of my face. This is wild how far just a tiny bit goes. And it's blending out very nicely. But wow, that is a strong scent. Very noticeable. Luckily, I like the scent, but I'm just not really used to my foundations having such a strong smell. And so I didn't prime my skin. My skin is just natural, and I wanted to see how this really is on top of my skin. But my skin is super combination right now. Like my chin is dry. It kind of has some visible flaking skin, and I can already see with the foundation on top, you can still see the flaking dry texture, even though this claims to be hydrating. So I'm going to be interested to see what happens there. But then on my forehead, it's a little bit shiny, a little bit more greasy. So I can really test how this foundation is on both skin types. And so this is supposed to be full coverage, but I think I'm able to achieve a nice light to medium coverage with this very thin layer. And this shade match, I think it's decent for me. I was thinking I might have gone too light by getting the shade 3 Neutral, but it kind of looks a little bit yellow and maybe a little bit darker for me, but I think I can make do. But it is looking very flawless and airbrushed, and undetectable on the skin so far, which is what I really like. And that's already like a big improvement in how my skin looks with it versus without it. But I definitely want to build up some more coverage, especially over my redness in my cheeks there. But oh wow. I think I really am going to be able to get that full coverage claim from this. Oh my goodness. And this brush is working so well to blend this out and not waste any of the product. Wow. What a difference just a tiny little bit more makes. I think I was able to go from light to medium coverage to that full coverage very quickly and easily. Oh my gosh, okay. Look at that difference without it, with it. It looks beautiful on the skin. It really does give that airbrushed, flawless look, just like it claims. Great coverage, definitely a matte finish, which is throwing me off a little bit just because I have gotten so used to that shining, glowing skin, which is my preference. I don't really wear matte foundations as much anymore, but it looks great. It just kind of looks like I took a powder over my skin, but it doesn't look heavy. It really doesn't even look like foundation on my skin, aside from the fact that my skin is matte. But like cakiness, heaviness is nowhere to be seen. I just have this like white piece of paper here, a receipt. This is supposed to be transfer proof. I want to see if it is. No, there's definitely foundation that transferred onto this. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more time and I'll do another transfer test after I do the other side of my face, but I am loving this so far. I'm so glad it is living up to the hype and my expectations. So I would say I am ending up using one pump on both sides of my face, so 2 pumps total. But this way I can build it up to full coverage, which is what I want. But I do love that the coverage is adjustable to what your preferences are. If you don't want that full coverage, you want very natural look, you can get that as well by just doing a very thin layer, light amount. But okay, the foundation is fully applied and it looks so good, especially on like from my chin up where my forehead was a little bit shiny. It's a perfect texture because there's still a little bit of glow to the skin, but it's mattified, completely smooth, undetectable. My cheeks are more just normal skin type. And I will say, where I have the large pores more towards the center of my cheeks and my nose, they do look minimized. Really like I have that filter, like I have a smoothed effect over the pores as well, which is so awesome to see. The only thing is where my chin is dry, you can still see the dry patches. So I wish this was a little bit more hydrating for very dry areas, but normally I do put on like a hydrating primer or moisturizer before going in with foundation anyways, so that's what I'll just have to make sure to do if I have any dry patches when wearing this. I was hoping that it would get rid of the dry patches since this had that hydrating claim. It also had that claim about skin feeling cool, and I don't notice any sort of temperature feeling on my skin. It doesn't feel like anything on my skin, which is great, but it doesn't feel cold or cooling either, which I was very intrigued by that. It sounded interesting, but I don't think it's anything to notice. I also really like this shade match for me after all. I did a pretty good job choosing this shade in Boxycharm. And now let's test out some transfer again. I'm gonna do the same side of my face as before. That's had the most time. Oh my gosh, that actually has 0 transfer now. I am actually shocked. Okay, a little bit here on my cheek. I don't know why on my forehead. My forehead is doing no transfer. On my cheek, it's like the slightest little bit. So I would say that this is like mask proof. Wow. Well, I am going to continue wearing this for the rest of the day because I'm so happy with how it's looking. So I will update you in the description down below on my wear test. But I am very happy right now. I don't think it's living up 100% to all its claims because of, like I was saying, the hydration isn't totally there on the dry skin, but it still looks so beautiful, airbrushed, and flawless, and is really meeting my ideal foundation look and expectations and hopes. So I think I'm going to love this. I'm excited to continue wearing it and make sure I truly love it as much as I think I'm going to. But definitely let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this foundation if you've gotten to try it out as well. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.